Okay, good afternoon everyone. Okay, for the first thing, let me tell you a story, guys, about a man who failed more than his success. A man who started with nothing but a dream and unshakable belief in himself. Before he became a founder of Alibaba, the one of the greatest e-commerce companies in the world, Jack Ma was just an ordinary man from China. He was not born as a rich man. He was not a genius in his school. And do you know, guys, in fact, he ever failed to the interest of his college for many times. He ever applied to the Harvard University for 10 times and he got rejected 10 times too. He ever applied for many jobs and he was rejected from many companies. So, but the thing that actually I want to say with you, the most people, maybe they would have given up at that time, right? But Jack Ma didn't. Instead, he said, if you don't give up, you still have a chance. And give up is the greatest of failure. So he turned every rejection into motivation, and every no becomes a reason why he must keep going. And that's how he built his success, not through the luck, but through the persistent, consistent belief and passion. So everyone, today I'd like to share with you about the secret of never give up by lesson from Jack Ma's story. So everyone, for the first thing, if you want to be success, you have to know that the failure is the friends of success. The failure is a teacher, not an enemy. As we know that, guys, that we live in a world that celebrates success and hides the failure, right? On social media, we only see the people achievement, their trophies, their perfect grades, their happy moments, and the only things that only happiness things. But what we don't see, the struggle, the process behind them. So everyone, Jack Ma teach us that the failure is not the opposite of the success. The failure is the part of it. The failure is the part of the success. So when we make mistake, actually we get the valuable feedback, we get a direction, we get a correction and a lesson. So he ever said that if you never try, how will you ever know how far you can go? So failure is hurt. Yes, that's true. But the pain of the failure is temporary, while the lesson lasts forever. So don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid to stop learning. Because what? The failure is a teacher, not an enemy. Okay, guys. And then second, if you want to be success, you have to know that the success takes time and passion. So in today's generation, we crave of instant result, right? We want the instant fame, we want the instant money, we want the instant success. We see people go viral overnight and think success happens easily. But Jack Ma's journey proved otherwise. It took years before the Alibaba made it the first profit. There were times when he couldn't pay his employees, when the investor doubted him, and when the future looked like a dark. Jack Ma ever admit that he said, for the first 3 years, I want to give up almost every single day, but he didn't quit. Why? Because he know that the persistent is keep consistent. Even the result don't show yet, but it's believing that every small step matters, even when no one else notices it. So guys, remember, a seed doesn't grow up into a tree overnight, right? You have to care for it, you have to water it, you have to be patient. You have to wait patiently because you know, because you trust that the growth is happening beneath the surface. So, same goes for success. It takes time effort and faith, guys. Okay? And then for the next, if you want to be success, you have to believe in your vision when no one else does. So when the Jack Ma introduced the idea of doing business online in China for the first time during 1990, so everybody just laughed at him. Yeah, the internet was new, slow, and expensive at the time, right? And the investor told him this will never work. Even his friend said, Jack, the idea was crazy. But Jack Ma believed. He saw something that the others couldn't. Yeah, he see a future where the people would buy and sell through the internet. So that's the power of vision, guys. When you see the light, when the people or everyone else see the darkness. So if you truly believe in your dream, you must keep going. Even when the others stop you, even when no one claps for you. Because belief is not about being sure for success. It's about being sure that what you are doing matters, and eventually the world will catch up with your vision just like it did with Jack Ma. So remember this, guys. Jack Ma ever said that never give up. The day is hard. Tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. But here's the thing. The most people give up on tomorrow. The quiet right before the sunshine comes. So dear my friends, when life got tough, remember Jack Ma's story. Rejection, failures, and the struggle are not the end. They are the chapter that make your story worth to telling. Don't let the failure define you. Let it refine you. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start now, even you are scared. And don't give up because your day after tomorrow may be closer than you think, guys. So keep moving, keep believing, and keep trying. Because one day, like Jack Ma, you will look back and say, I made it. Not because I was lucky, but because I never give up. I'm Hanida, thank you.
Okay, recently I've been thinking that happiness can come from the little things in around us that we often don't even notice it until we feel unsatisfied for what we have now. Have you ever felt that way? Hello, my name is Joy Gloria, and today I'm standing here. I want to remind all of us to be more grateful for what we have now. So, everyone has their own stories, like failures, success, joy, or sadness. But most of the time, we just see them only in their happy moments without we know the struggles behind their smiles. From that situation, the feeling of envy appears because we think or we feel that we don't have what they have. But I think that envy is like we running in a race without finish line. Why? Because if we keep search what's missing, we never reach the end. So I believe that God has already give a portion of blessing for each of us. So we don't have to run in someone else's pace, but just live your own life with your own pace. From now on, let's learn to be grateful for what we have today, like our health, and then for another day of life, or the chance to meet kind person in our life. And maybe for some people, those things like not really important. But if we live without them, could we really live? So being grateful doesn't mean waiting until we can buy a house, a car, or get 15 billions in cash. Gratitude means we have to appreciate what we have now, no matter it is small or it is a big thing. I want all of us to be thankful to God for our life. And remember, guys, what you have today was once something you prayed for. Let's pause for a moment and be grateful. Thank you.
Just imagine a river that slowly dries up, the fish die, the plants become wither, and life around it is disappeared. Yeah, that's what will happen to our body when we don't drink enough water. We often look for energy in coffee, tea, or the other sweet drinks, but have we ever appreciated the simplest thing that truly keeps us alive? That's plain water. So, have you drunk enough water today, guys? Do you drink more iced tea or plain water?
Plain water.
Alright, maybe most of us would probably say, oh, I'm team iced tea because it's sweet, it's refreshing, it just tastes better than plain water. Yeah, maybe that's right. But the truth is, no drink can replace that our body truly needs. The simplest and the purest thing that makes us alive every single day, and that's plain water. We can survive up to 3 weeks without food as long as we still have water. But without water, the average person can only survive 3 to 5 days. In extreme heat or during intense activity, it might be less than 2 days. That's because our body constantly loses water through breathing, sweating, and urination. And without replacement, our vital organs will begin to shut down. Hello everyone, my name is Layatul Faizah and you can call me Lala, and I'm here. I want to remind all of us about one small habit that makes a big difference: the importance of drinking water. There are 3 key points why we should drink water enough. Let's begin with the first one. The first reason, water keeps our body functioning properly. About 60 until 70% of our body is made of water. It helps transport nutrients, regulates body temperature, and remove waste. Without enough water, our body cannot function properly. We feel tired, our concentration drops, and even our organs start to struggle. And then the second reason, water gives us natural energy. Many people think that energy only comes from sugar or caffeine, but in reality, dehydration is one of the biggest causes of fatigue. When you drink enough water, your blood flows better, oxygen reaches your brain faster, and you naturally feel more awake. So no coffee needed. And then the last one, water protects our vital organs. Water plays a crucial role in keeping our vital organs, such as the heart, brain, and kidney, functioning properly. It helps cushion and protect them from shock, maintains the right temperatures inside the body, and supports the transport of oxygen and nutrients they need to work efficiently. So, from now on, let's start paying more attention to something we often take for granted: water. You don't have to make a big change or buy anything fancy. Just make a simple habit of drinking water every day. It might seem like a small thing, but it's a small thing that keeps everything else running: your body, your mind, your energy, and your life. So, the next time you're thirsty, before you grab your iced tea or coffee, remember what your body truly needs. Let's drink more water for a better you. I think that's enough from me. Thank you for paying attention. Terima kasih. among you has ever seen someone faint? Maybe at school, on the street, or even at home. What did you do at that moment? Did you panic? Or did you know what to do? I'm Safa Fadila, and today I want to talk about something really important. Why we should all know how to do first aid, especially when someone faints. So, let's talk about what happens when someone faints. Usually, it's because their brain isn't getting enough oxygen for a moment. Maybe they're too tired, maybe they're hungry, scared, or standing too long. And when that happens, they lose consciousness. So, a month ago, I went to the night market with my friends. And when we arrived, there was a person riding a game called Coca-Cola who had screaming. And it turned out that his sister had fainted because of reading the game. And many people just stood around, panicked, and don't know what to do. And as a member of Red Cross organization, my friends and I helped that person who had fainted. And while my friends and I were helping the person who had fainted, his brother, who had been screaming before, repeatedly asked in panic, "Is my sister okay? Is my sister okay?" And when we're dealing with people who had fainted, we must stay calm. And then we check her response by calling her name or applying pain stimuli, such as pinch her arms like this. And when she regained consciousness, a man suddenly appeared, smoking a cigarette and sitting near the person who had been fainted. My friends and I warned the man. Maybe he wants to help the person who had fainted, but that's not the right way. Because when someone loses her consciousness, they need to fresh air so that can ensure the oxygen supply. And when she regained full consciousness, her brother took her home. And after that, I realized that many people do not understand how to handle an unconscious person. Friends, knowing first aid means you care. You care enough to help others in the right way in an emergency. We never know when accident will happen, but being prepared can make a difference between fear and action. So starting today, let's learn first aid. Let's be the kind of person who doesn't just stand and panic, but the one who acts. Let's be the kind of person that just not standing here, but be the one who acts. Because helping others is not just an ability, it's a responsibility. So remember that one small action can save a life. Thank you.